Hello, everybody, and welcome to our video series on making sustainability actionable in sourcing and procurement. In this video series, we explore the different dimensions of the procurement operating model to see how can we ensure that sustainability is properly embedded for lasting success. Today, I have with me Yvonne Jamal, the CEO and co-founder of the JARO Institute. And together we want to address the people dimension of the operating model and learn about the importance of education and building skills with your teams to ensure that procurement organizations are ready for the challenge. Hello, Yvonne, and thank you for joining me today.
Hey, Fabian, and thank you for having me.
Just to start out, can you maybe tell us a little bit about yourself and the JARO Institute before we jump into the short interview?
Sure. Yeah, as you said, my name is Yvonne Jamal. I'm the CEO and co-founder of JARO. And yeah, I've been working in procurement myself for several years, mainly in indirect procurement. And actually, my hot topic and my passion is for sustainable procurement, for sustainability in general. And that's why I founded with some other members the JARO Institute. We are a non-profit organization with 44 members. We are based in Berlin. And yeah, we are happy if there are more interested people who want to join us, who want to become also a member and want to work with us on our mission to make sustainability as a standard for economy.
And we have been actually talking and partnering for quite some time now. I remember the survey that we did last year.
Yes.
Yeah, I think is still very valid today, but there's a lot of content coming out of your side. So for everybody who is interested in sustainable procurement, that's definitely a hot starting point with some very great insights. So again, thank you for joining me today. As I said, I wanted to have you on this topic of education because that's your bread and butter business, and so therefore I figured, like, who else should I talk to? And I just wanted to understand from your perspective, what is it, or how can organizations make sure that all team members in procurement have a common understanding of sustainability in procurement? And is that even needed? Because I think the term in itself can at times be a little bit overwhelming, let's say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in my eyes, it's completely crucial that people understand really the why behind decisions, behind sustainability strategies. Yeah, why do I have to buffer with that? What is my role in this? Yeah, so that they can really unlock the power that they have and to make the difference and take action. And that's why we also created the JARO Academy and our e-learning, because we wanted to spread the word and to make them really able to understand their role in procurement, to understand their extremely high responsibility that they have for a sustainable development. And yeah, they are acting as multipliers inside and outside the company. So it's really important that everybody has the same understanding and that they really understand the importance. Completely agree.
Where do you think that people fail, or organizations fail most often with that? Because I mean, like, I remember I did my first implementation of a tech solution in this field 10 years ago. And so therefore I've been exposed to this for a long time, but like, where is it that people fail when upskilling their employees?
I think most organizations, I mean, not only in education, but also in general, they start immediately to define a bunch of measures, yeah, and then they get lost sooner or later, or they don't really look what the people need and where they are already standing and at the moment, yeah. They often forget really to take this step backwards and to concentrate on targets first. So in the beginning, you really need to see where are you currently standing with the skills or with your organization in general, yeah, and where can you really have an impact? So what goals you want to achieve, so that you really can define also the gap that you might have, the educational gap that you have, or the gap in action that you need to do as a company, yeah, and then see what measures can be taken so that you achieve your targets. How can you really enable your people, your staff, that they can really take action and that they can make this impact. And so you can find really the good focus and you're able to handle it successfully. Otherwise you get really lost and you don't find really focus and you don't come really to good results.
So really be clear on your objective and do an as-is analysis of where do I stand before you jump into measures and actions, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's actually a great segue, because I was wondering, and it's a very big question, maybe, but how can organizations design a program that actually aligns with the realities on the ground? Because I think that's where you cannot have this blueprint and just say, hey, this is the answer, because every organization is slightly different. So how should they think about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, nobody is same. Yeah, so it always depends on the organizations and the skills and needs that the people have, as I already said. So I always recommend to really design a program that is based on roles and on responsibilities, because it makes a difference if you are training or designing a training for a CPO or for a category manager or for a supplier manager. Yeah, each of them has different targets, different responsibilities. And we have been working in procurement ourselves, so we know the pain that procurement has, yeah, that procurement managers have, that the workload that they have, the pressure to bring savings, often then the missing appreciation that they get from other departments, yeah. And on top of that, now comes the topic of sustainability and due diligence in supply chains. And most of them are really lost and are overloaded, yeah. And these demands, yeah, this really demands new skills of them and new new knowledge, new know-how, how they can really do it in their daily work. And they all think it's coming on top, on top, on top, on top. And that's why it's so important to really sit down together with them and to make a program that picks them where they stand and really to show them how they can integrate it in their daily work and how they can really make it manageable.
It's funny, because that is like so aligned with the title of the video series and of the white paper, right? Make it actionable. So you need to make it actionable, because if you give the guy on the ground the same targets as the CPO, there's just a disconnect, and they're just lost in within the wording and with all of the requirements. Perfect. No, that's really cool. And so that already brings me to my last question. What, from your perspective, does a good program look like? And what does a great one look like?
Yeah, I actually put it together. I mean, what is a good program? If I see it from my perspective, when I was in procurement, yeah, you have a day really full of appointments, a lot of work to do. So I request a lot of flexibility. Yeah, if there is a program that is really fixed with the structure, very, very strong, and then I think, this is not fitting with me, and this date is not, I cannot take part in because I have another meeting or whatever, then I'm already not motivated anymore. Yeah? So I think flexibility is also something what is really, without saying anymore, yeah, it should be a standard in the meantime in such programs, that you really find yourself and find the topics that you like to learn, that you find also the flexibility in regarding time and also regarding the place where you learn and when you learn. Yeah, that's also very important, especially if you, like me, mom of 3 kids. Yeah, if you have to organize a lot of work around your work, and that it helps you to organize it and to really be successful with your training, with your development plans. Yeah. So, and then of course a good program should always give recommendations and advice how you can go deeper into this topic. Yeah, what other sources are maybe there where you can do some more research, where you can really dive deeper and get more insights. Yeah, what is maybe most interesting for you, and then it's optional to you if you use this or not. And what most people need is always best practice. This is what people ask us every day. Yeah, best practice. How do the others do it? How can they make it? And how can you challenge this and that? And how can you organize this and that? So I think it should be containing a lot of best practices, especially that's what we also have in our e-learning, in each module, best practice cases, so that you can have an example how others do it, and that you see it's possible to do it. Yeah, it's not only theoretical, nice, that you should do it, but there are already people who can already give you and share their experience that they made. And especially great one, I think, is a great program is one that provides also a network where you can exchange your learnings, where you can exchange experiences, where you can maybe do some things even together, or have the possibilities to ask questions from procurement professional to procurement professional. I think it's main.
Well, I think again, the word actionable is the umbrella for both of that, the best practice, but also the community kind of aspect of exchanging and working together. And it's cool that sustainability is a topic where actually people are very open to that, because everybody realizes we're in the same boat. We need to figure it out together. Nobody has the one single answer yet. And it's
and also
out there
small.
anyway.
Exactly, and also small bites, small pieces. Yeah, not only the big one, the big program, but maybe then to have the choice. I do it step by step by step by step. Yeah, I have a big variety, but I can choose what I need, and so that it really fits best to the person itself, to the role that the person has. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, Yvonne, thank you so much for sharing your insights and the ideas around how people can now embed this idea of upskilling their team within that operating model idea. So thank you very much. And to our listeners, thank you very much for tuning in. And please check out our the remaining videos of the series where we dive into the other topics. With that, have a wonderful rest of the day.
Yeah, thank you. Same to you and all the others.
Bye.